This is Akil Patterson, host of the Big 3 and Me podcast, powered by G Media. Today we're here with the Chief Marketing Officer, Eric Norris from Going Parabolic. What's going on, brother?
What's up? Morning.
Was that
morning, afternoon? I don't know.
We're
in Miami.
We're in Miami, so as of last night, it's all morning. So, what is going on, my man?
It's all a whirlwind. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. But yeah, having a great time.
Tell us about Going Parabolic. What is the mission, the purpose of Going Parabolic, and why are you guys in existence?
Yeah, so we are, I think we like to live under the radar without a definition of who we are, and we figure that out every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so we like to make the claim because nobody else has that we have the largest Bitcoin merch shop in the world. Wow. And it's not necessarily by volume and sales and revenue, but by intent, right? So we love what we do more than anybody, and so we're going to claim that.
That's right on, brother, right on. When you love what you do, they say you never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
You look like a troll on the internet.
Yeah.
Do you love trolling on the internet?
I do. I think that's the getaway. I think it's everybody, when you come out from like the real world outside of like Twitter, and it's like we're in a world that's just all over the place. And so coming in and just coming with a whole different kind of perspective of like, look, let's have fun, let's make money together, and like not hate each other. Some 3 little simple pillars of life that maybe if we can go through, like it might be a little better place to exist. So that's, if there's anything of our goal, and it's awesome like when you see people around the conference wearing our merch and things, and everyone's so cool, and it's like, man, this is just like kind of the culture that we want to create in here, because you've got people on all ends of life that are toxic about whatever, and we just want to have a good time. Like, simple as that.
Because I was looking at one of your tweets, and it literally said, this guy's like, well, that halftime sucked, and then you just said, looks like this is your starter kit, and it's just all these guys like wearing hats and Ray-Bans, and they look like they're going fishing. And I was like, that was like the best halftime performance. You had artists from your childhood just rocking out. I mean, Mary J, it was a little awkward, but
we could have passed. But I know my mom probably liked it.
Yeah, I'm sure your mom did. Moms at home, we do love you. We would never disrespect our mothers in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. That's not financial advice. That's physical advice, because moms will beat the living crap out of every man scared.
And I still live with her, so I got to make sure we're tight still.
Thank God I don't do that. Hey, mom lives with you. That means you got to make money. So when you're making money in this sector, why this sector? Because remember, most of us know that if you're good at sales, or you're good at promotions, or good at marketing, you can do anything, go anywhere.
Yeah.
Why here?
I think for us, it's really, we want to, it's not like for us at all, I don't think there's any focus on making money whatsoever. I think it started off just at all like, hey, look, we want to come in and like just be that like breath of fresh air in a way. So yeah, this is just in a world like you mentioned, right? When if you love what you do every day, you never work a day in your life, kind of thing. And so this is our space. This is like home to us. And hey, we're having a good time with it. And if it makes money, then it makes money, right? So that's like our approach. And I think it's just and it's fun to be able to have that, right? Like, hey, hang out with us. Let's go on a yacht. Let's have a good time. Let's go circle Miami, and no expectations, kind of thing.
I must have missed that invite on the yacht, so we'll find that invite. And it probably fell.
It did. It probably did.
It fell in the water, but don't worry. I'm sure it's on its way.
Yeah. I'm sure you packed a bathing suit, so you're ready.
Well, I don't have a bathing suit, but I can go.
It's optional. It's Miami anyway.
Right. Tops off. Sun's out, guns out, right? Isn't that what they say?
That's right.
Sun's out, guns out. Because that was the first thing. So you guys are getting merchandise into the hands of the consumer, so the consumer then is becoming brand ambassadors.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're creating these brand ambassadors, and it's unintentional, do you guys see your product online and go, man, that's wild. That's wild that people are hashtagging Bitcoin because of our brand.
Yeah, I think it's really cool because we're shipping all over the world, and even just coming here, like in my town, just because of people knowing, like you might see a hat or a shirt or something, but here you go around and like I'm seeing like 10 at a time, and people coming up saying hello, and internet people you've never met in your life, they're anonymous, and they want to they just want to come up and say hey, and like love what you guys are doing, and that's it. Like that's all we need. We'll sleep on the streets on a Going Parabolic hat and a shirt, and we're still happy.
Oh man, it's wild. Well, between people wearing your gear, being on boats, meeting some of the most, prolific sports, entertainment, media, business folks in the world.
Yeah.
What is your Bitcoin moment from all this? Like from all of the things you've been able to do, what's that moment where you're like, man, that had me at that wow moment?
Yeah.
Factor?
I think it's a great question. I think it's really every time you spend time, watching news, media, and different outlets, you see speakers, but coming in and like being able to be face to face with somebody like Cathie Wood, who is just an absolute legend and savage. Somebody swings for the fences on her investments and is open and defends them. And now you're standing right in front of them and having a conversation. You're like, wow, like somebody that you really envy. And like this is really cool. And for me, like you walk away from that like, man, I've never been more bullish in my life. And it's neat. Like so, you come to a place like this and you're talking to somebody who just got into Bitcoin, right? Who's like, I'm trying to figure out how to get on an exchange and buy it. And then like you switch to a next person and they're the CTO of one of the world's largest exchanges and they're talking at a very high level, right? And so you've got a whole mixed bag of nuts talking to folks who are like revolutionizing healthcare. You've got somebody who's in real estate and so coming here, like I think that's the whole, like you just get, you pick up on that energy, absorb it, and you take it back to your house and you're like, hey, everybody, you guys really, you thought you heard about this before, but now I'm really gonna tell you about what's going on, so.
You said bag of nuts, so let's talk about that nuts. What is the nuttiest thing that you have seen in the Bitcoin community?
Oh man, you're gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah, and you don't have to add names. Don't have to add names. I'm just wondering. You don't have to add names, but you definitely should be like, I want to know that nutty thing. For me, I'll just give you an example.
The
nuttiest thing for me was when I saw a person literally with a Bitcoin logo just on their crotch. Like it was it was just like the Bitcoin thing was like right there. Nothing else was on, and I was like, well, it was a pretty small label too. But either way.
Man, the nuttiest was, I think, it was the nuttiest, like in a crazy way, was probably on Sailor's backyard, and seeing the boat and hanging out there, having awesome food and drinks, and just running into like amazing celebrities that you never would thought. And like here I am, just some Joe Schmo. That would probably be like the nuttiest thing. And like Naval and all these guys, just talking to them like I'm supposed to be something and not, but they're just, I think that's like the craziest thing when you realize how not crazy these people are. They're just ultimate, investors and just guys of just sound mind, and you can just sit down and have a beer with them and they're really normal.
Oh no,
it's freaky. So
yeah, I think that's an awesome thing, and for when you're in this industry, you're walking around, you're meeting people, you're talking to them, and somebody goes, "Oh my God, you met so and so, you know so and so," and it's like, yeah, Charles is fine, and Sam is great. It's like they're just people I got to meet because of this. And so when you're in this industry, I think you guys are doing a great job. And so, last question, final thoughts. What has this conference been like for you, Bitcoin 2022?
So I think it's been good. It's crazy. I mean, for me, it's almost not even all that's going on in the conference, but what's going around. Like you stop at a coffee shop in the morning, and there's 8 different companies there talking, and it's like this vibe of what everybody's doing in the space, right? And so it's almost like creates this whole citadel around Miami Beach. Wherever you go at night, you're at a bar, you're running into people that are in the space. And Bitcoin, it's like, what brought you here? And so I love it. And I think to answer your question best, I think as a society outside of Bitcoin space, we're so divided, right? We're so divided. We hate each other. Everybody has different opinions and thoughts. However, I feel as a community in the Bitcoin space, we're all of like kind of one sound mind. Like we all can kind of see above the chaos, right? We can say like, look, we see all the manipulation. We can see everybody fighting each other. We have a solution, right? We have a solution here that kind of really fixes all this. And but we just want you all to see that. So for me, coming here is being around all these kind of people from all over the country, all over the world, really, and come together and just be able to and be real. Without having like any like fear of backlash of like, oh, I don't know if this is what you believe in or what I believe in. It's like none of that matters. Like we're all like working towards the better. Like, you know what I mean? So for me, that's like, if I were to put a bow on it, like that's that nirvana feeling of like, man, this is awesome. Everybody's so cool.
Well, Eric, thank you for joining us. That is what he has is faith. It's belief without proof. Thank you for joining us here on the Big 3 and Me podcast, powered by G Media. I'm your host, Akil Patterson. You have a great day and an even better tomorrow.